Mike Estevan, the Testaman. And for the past few weeks, I've been stirring about in the swamps, single track and floods of Yorkshire on the new WTB Resolute 50mm, which certainly looks like a proper swamper tyre for your gravel bike. But what's the reality of riding it? Well, make yourself comfy, click that subscribe button, and I'll tell you whether it really is a mini mountain bike tyre for your drop-bar dirt bike, or just a lumpy lookalike that'll leave you on your arse. And to be fair, WTB don't say they're a mud tyre. For clarty climbing, those little square blocks and the spaces between them do make them slightly better than average in terms of grip. It's the same with braking as well. And that 50mm carcass, even though it only actually measures 48mm on these 25mm internal reserves, does give you more peace of mind through lumpy stuff. Oh, Happy New Year! Alright, Happy New Year! So you can definitely thump through more situations on these tyres and, you know, chew your way through than your average gravel tyre. And actually, they're all okay because they're basically a centre ridge down the middle. But what I would say is that while you have got that slight sort of block tread inline, there's very little in terms of directional grip on them, and the compound yeah, that was a bit sketchy down there. Feels right on the edge. There's very little directional, really, because the knobs are too shallow. And also, the other thing, there's absolutely zero side projection on the knobs. Plus, the knobs aren't even squared up. They're basically just, well, they're angled with the carcass. So there's no outward projection. There's no teeth on the edge of the tyre, basically, to try and corner with. And because the tread thins out a lot, by it, the river's high today, because the tread thins out a lot as well on the shoulder, there's very little intermediate grip and then nothing on the edge. So, and the upshot of that is, while they look fairly chunky and they're relatively, you know, they're pretty confident in a straight line, as soon as you start tipping them into a turn, not only are you running out of knobbles, but the knobbles you do have are actually pretty much flat faced to the turn itself. So they give you very little in the way of meaningful grip, either in the dirt and the loose or on greasy roads either. I mean, the upside of that is that they actually roll better than you'd think. I mean, not brilliantly, but not dreadfully either. And there's a little bit of rumble, but not much, even at lower pressures. Although this 50mm with the SG2 puncture proofing definitely feels a bit dull. The 42mm, as expected, feels more lively. All right. And not only are those side knobs basically flat against the surface as soon as you lean it, but there's absolutely no projection. In fact, there's less than no projection So it's that rounded sidewall that bounces and slips off everything first before these knobs, in inverted commas, have any chance of actually biting into the trail. So if you're looking for a gravel tyre that has an edge on control and turning off cambers, that kind of thing, in muddy conditions, these literally have no edge at all. So it's a proper foot out sphincter twitcher experience. When things get slippery, made more tricky by the fact that because they're kind of all right inline, well, no, they're better than average inline. You kind of got, there we go, classic example, just spat out on that route straight away. You kind of expecting them to be better in turns when they're not. They're properly treacherous. So I can think of any number of less aggressive looking tyres I'd be happier riding through here on. Ah, there we go. Oh. And what really compounds this situation is they're about the same weight. Come on, at least can you just, no. And one of those tyres I'd definitely pick over this Resolute for mixed mountain bikey style conditions is WTB's own Nano, which is basically just, you know, it's just an early 90s cross-country mountain bike tyre that, you know, because it's a 29er, fits gravel bikes. So not only does that, all right, cheers, have more of a paddle tread for grip in terms of inline, it's also got a better, it's just a better tyre all round. But that would definitely be my pick for all-terrain use from WTB. And at knocking on 700 grams in this 50mm, WTB say 620, 640, I weigh them about 30 grams heavier than that, even the tan wall, which is meant to be the lighter one. So that's a similar weight to a 2-inch 29er mountain bike tyre, where you'll get similar rolling speed and a lot more grip. Even something like a Conti Race King. Been riding it back to back with folks on that. If you watch the ride with Dom from North York Moors, we're chatting about gravel and mountain biking. He's on a Cross King front, Race King rear, and that was a comparable roll to this tyre on tarmac, but significantly faster as soon as he got lumpy. So with a Race King on the front as well, I know for a fact this is going to leave these tyres standing. And you got a bunch of Schwalbe, you know, you got all sorts of options. So basically, what I'm saying is, they look the part, do these Resolutes. You know, they give you that kind of swamper, soft roader vibe to your gravel bike, especially in those nice retro tan walls, but they're kind of at that point where they just make your gravel bike feel like a crap mountain bike in terms of being slow and a bit lethargic without offering proper mountain bike tyre grip. So if you've got space for 2-inch mountain bike tyres, just get a proper pair of XC race tyres instead. So overall, WTB Resolute, it's not a bad tyre. You know, don't cry if you've got them, but overall, bit of a lumpy lookalike rather than something that's got a real edge when things get more mountain bikey.